What's up, everyone? Today got a burger from one of my favorite burger joints. If I mentioned before, it's Super Duper. But normally, the burgers are a little on the greasier side. But this time, I learned from my mistakes. And actually, when I ordered it, I requested it to be less greasy. So hopefully, they used a little less oil. But we'll see how it goes. Definitely, every time I have to eat Super Duper, like it's the grease kind of sits in your stomach, which is not a good feeling, and you just want to like sit down and do nothing. Unfortunately, kind of kills your motivation to even work out. But I definitely have to go for a jog later and burn some calories off, of course. And then also I got freaking chocolate shake over here, so definitely gotta put some work in. Yeah, let's get into it. And then I got some grilled onions, some jalapenos in this burger, and then also I think I got jack cheese. But yeah, let's try this out. Let's see. Okay, let's do this. Okay. hmm Yeah, actually, I think they did comply to my order less grease, and then also that jalapeno had some nice little kick. And then actually, I forgot there's bell peppers in there as well. Okay, so let's talk about Hunter x Hunter episode 10. So it's been a while since I talked about Hunter x Hunter, so let me refresh you on what happened last episode. So if you guys remember, in episode 9, Kurapika was facing Majitani, whom he badly defeated. It was a breeze for him. So initially, if you remember, the both of them actually agreed to a death match, but Kurapika doesn't want to kill anyone who has no will to fight, and he's actually knocked out. So he decides to wait it out until he wakes up. And in this meantime, this is obviously in the prisoner's favor, right? The longer this is prolonged, the more time that they get off the prison sentence. Let me get a quick sip here. The jalapenos is kind of burning my tongue a little bit. So in the meantime, uh, we see some other examinees how they're doing in this third phase of the exam. So actually, we Hisoka, one part of his exam, he re-meets his former examiner from the previous year, I believe, and he has a scar on his face saying that this is this from last year. I learned from my experience. I have trained my butt off just for this day. So the scar on his face is caused by Hisoka, obviously. And this examiner is no chump at all. He definitely put the work in. He uses a flurry of blade attacks on him, and it shows that he definitely has put a lot of work. And then Hisoka, he actually manages to catch one of these knives, and the examiner is really shocked because it took him months to even, catch his blade back when he threw it in like a boomerang rotation, right? And then Hisoka turns the tables on him, and I believe he probably kills his former examiner right there. And I believe after this, he passes the third phase of the exam. He's the first one to do so, and I believe he completes it in the amount time 6 hours and 17 minutes exactly. And then soon after suit, some other examiners complete their third phase as well. Oh. So meanwhile, going back to Gon's party and everyone else, they a long time has passed and they decide to do a bet for the next two competitors competing on each side. So now we have Leorio and then I believe this girl named Leoroutte. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but they both stepped up to the table. And Leoroutte it has, I believe, a 112-year prison sentence due to um, selling exotic, animals on the black market, as well as betting. As so, this is down her alley. She comes up with a game to make a bet. So they're gonna come up with a bet whether Majitani is alive or not. So normally on bets, right, you would normally use chips like in poker or any casino of that matter. But instead, they're gonna use time since this is the theme of this part of this exam. So they're on Gon's side. I believe they have like 50 hours left on the table, and then on the prisoner's side is obviously the prison sentence on the line. So you can bet as in spurts of 10 or 20, 30, 40, etc., or 50 all in. And each time for one of these bets, they come up with this game between Leorio and Leroutte. And every time, let's say Gon's party loses 10 hours, that means that takes 10 hours off their time to complete the third phase. And then that means the prisoner sides get plus 10, right? So that means it's going to be 10 years off their prisoner sentence and so forth. So yeah, that's how it works out. Okay. Whew. Let's get some more to eat. Oh man, these jalapenos. Usually, when you eat jalapenos, sometimes it's hit or miss. Man, these jalapenos have a little good kick to them. But luckily, I got a nice chocolate shake here to cool my tongue down. So the first bet that actually Leroute and Leary come up with is whether he's dead or alive first, right? So Lerio is gonna bet 10 hours that he's alive, and he does a checkup on him, and he finds out that he still has a heartbeat. And now, give me 1 second. But before it's Majitani actually, when he woke up a long time ago, obviously, and there was a note right before his eyes, and the note said, "Just pretend to be knocked out to prolong the time, so our prison sentence will be lowered as a result." And he quickly caught on and he swallowed the note. So now the stakes are much higher. Lario proposes another bet where he would, okay, since he's alive, if let's determine if he's unconscious or conscious at this point. So Lario, he proposes this bet where he would put Majitani to the ledge and throw him off to determine if he's really alive or not, right? If he's alive, obviously, he would treasure his life more than this stupid game and wake up. But on the other hand, if he's really dead, then that means, really unconscious, then he would fall to his death. So if that happens, Lirio and Gon and their side will actually forfeit 2 matches. So now this changes things completely. Leroux actually bets 40 hours that he's actually not unconscious. And obviously we can see how it goes from here. Leroux pushes Machitani off the ledge and obviously he wakes up. So now this is the end of this part of the exam for Lario's part. And now they're down 2-1. The prisoner's side has 2 wins, and now Gone side has 1 win. So now, if you remember, it's best 3 or 5. Oh no, I believe, wait, 2-1. Oh, never mind. I believe Gone and them have a 2-1 lead. But now, since they made this drastic bet, they only have 20 hours left to complete the third phase. So yeah, that's pretty much wrapping up episode 10. The third phase, so far, I like these mind games and psychological aspects that this anime really incorporates. Oh, I forgot, there was another bet between Leorio and Leroutte of game of rock paper and scissors. Now this game is definitely more of a mental thing. If anything, the person can say that they're gonna throw this out, but in the end, they actually might go through it and just say whatever they're gonna play, right? But there's all these mind games and tactics that I really like about Hunter x Hunter. Okay, yeah, thank you. That's pretty much for today's Mukbang. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys are doing well out there, and yeah, peace.